Hello and welcome back. Previously, we worked on importing a Bootstrap template into our Frappe system, but this time around, I'm going to do something a little different, but still on the same template. I want to be able to access Frappe resources in our template from the documentation and on form. Have this dialog UI dialog APIs, and this dialog APIs allows you to kind of make use of some tools related to bootstrap models. And how can we make use of this? Normally in Frappe, you can easily kind of make use of these tools. I could just go for to grab something like this. The first tool on the page is frappe.throw dialog. It allows you to kind of pull some data. Okay, I can come straight into my app, Control Shift J to open my terminal or clear the content. You can zoom it out a little, expand. If I paste this content, I'll get some kind of says unexpected identifier. Um, unexpected ident- I think I might have to reload this page and restart again. Copy that again. Okay, the L is missing. We have a missing L on our page. That's the issue. We have a missing L. Okay, you see, this is more like a bootstrap model, but it's kind of custom to Frappe and it has more features than the normal bootstrap model. This kind of allows us to grab some detail, and this code says grab details. It's more like the Frappe doc type JSON. This is more like the Frappe doc type definition, so it works same. Then it grabs this data and whatever you fill in there. When you submit, you can see the content printed as a JavaScript object, and the code says the primary action submit, primary action the values is collected as an object and printed. But what we want is to be able to access this facility in our page, but not all facilities is available on the Frappe website itself. On this Frappe website, I might have to clear this, then paste that same code in here. It may not work, it may or may not work. Let me check first. You see, we cannot access the code here. Let me see if we can access any other one. Let's check for confirm. I actually do not know the security implication for this, but I think it's a good thing if we can have access to some of these facilities. Then we can test for one more. I can test for prompt, prompt, and we cannot access the prompt. But what I want to do now is such that we can be able to access some of these facilities on our own page, because none of these facility will even work on our own page. Normally, something like this message print should work normally on the Frappe portal itself. This should work on the Frappe portal, but on our own portal, we cannot use the facility. And how can we make use of this facility? Okay, I'm going to show you how you can do that, because it's going to make our coding easier. Something like the frappe.call for running the API rather than using Bootstrap, I think it's going to make things a lot easier for us if we can make use of this. The first thing I'm going to do is first get Come to the, I'll use this as an instance. Control U, view the source codes, and you see some kind of things injected in here. You can see the body has something injected, some kind of code injected into the body. Okay, the header as well has some code as well. You can see a code there is kind of a script code starting from here, talking about frappe.window, frappe.ready event, frappe.this, frappe.that, then the socket port. My server socket is running on 9002. Your web page should also be able to recognize the port your server is running, and some other things at the footer as well. You find some this frappe.token. We will be able to work on our own token later on. Then we'll get some of the things you see here. Well, the first thing I'm going to do here is grab what I have at the header. But first, I'm going to check if this contact page has the same source code as the main home page. Okay, it's the same. There's no difference. Frappe.session.status logged in. Okay, we have a status here. I'm not really going to bother about that body, but first I'm going to grab what we have at the top for the CSS. First, I'm going to grab this script. This script is very important to me. Grab this script. Go to our base, estate base, and paste it before the head, the end of the head tag. Could name it as Frappe resources. Head. Save that one first. Then at the footer, I may need to grab some of the content here, but let me check the top if there are still other things. We might have to end up grabbing the erpnext.web.css and this frappe-web.css. But I'll pause here for the now. Go straight into our web, the main app, the Dex page itself. From the Dex page, I can view the source code. Click on View Page Source Code. Okay, I'll grab some of the CSS. The ones I see here is the text.min.css and what other one? Okay, reports. I don't need the reports. Yeah, ERP next. How about frappe.min.css? I really don't need the frappe.min.css. Okay, I'll grab the CSS files. Then remove the one I will not need. Copy. Paste. Then format this. Okay, I do not need these reports. I'll get rid of the reports. The CSS. Okay, I could just keep this ERP next. This Dex, I really do not need this Dex, but we'll see which we'll keep and the ones to remove later on. Okay, we are done with the header for the now. We'll go straight to the footer. Copy this entire JavaScript files. Okay, do we need anything from the top? No. Copy. Go down to our footer. Okay, but there's a kind of issue here. We are having repetition of resources, and we'll see what that is. Okay, what resources were repeated? We have the jQuery. I'm gonna make this full screen. Our template itself has jQuery 3.3. Then Frappe itself has jQuery. Okay, I've not imported the jQuery for anyway. I'll save this first. Go to my browser, my main homepage. Clear your browser cache. Clear the entire browser cache. Just the cached images and files. Come back to this homepage and reload. Okay, let me be sure that the page loads well. Okay, Control Shift J to open the terminal. Okay, I see some things here. How about clearing this? Then first, I want to test one of these Frappe tools. I'll test the frappe.msgprint first. It may or may not talk, but oh wow, this is coming up again. Let me clear it. Please, there's an issue here which we need to fix, but let me get things done first. Control V. Okay, this kind of worked, but there is some kind of issue with our system. We see that there's supposed to be a cancel button here, but we can't get access to the cancel button. You'll see it quite alright. Okay. What's more, let's check some other dialogues. The message print. Well, the socket is running. Okay, the message print seems to print, but we're having issue with this. I do not want to comment out one of the bootstrap first. So we have jQuery here. Okay, just one jQuery. Then check the second one. This dialog, I doubt if it will work, but let us check it first before doubting. The dialog, paste, try. Okay, the dialog worked for us. Hello world 3, paste. Okay, we got the contents, the object right. Then how about trying the throw? The throw should work. If message print works, throw should work as well with no issues. Okay, throw works, but we still cannot find this. I have no resolution to that, but if you have, you can let me know. Then how about this confirm? I'll try confirm, then a few more at the bottom. Okay, confirm worked. How about show progress? Yeah, it worked. Then this doc would not work anyway. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But I'll try it. It's not gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna show you some errors. I won't bother myself about that. Then how about this multi-select? This multi-select should not also work, but at least we have some things that we can make use of at least. Yeah, this has a little issue, but at least we've gotten some of the tools in the system to work for us. At least we are happy with that, that we can access some of these tools. Then how about frappe.call? And okay, the frappe.call worked. I can edit these codes and say, yeah, there's an invalid request to this, and say console.log r, whatever it retrieves should log it on the browser. Yeah, never mind about this invalid request, but at least this console.log is really working for us. I mean, sorry, frappe.call. That's the most important thing. I don't think this is going to allow you access, it won't even allow you access this method except you have your own method. I think we created a method earlier. Can access that method. Let me check the method. Let us have it in utils. No, not this. Let's do tab, doc type, property, API. Yeah, this will return empty. And the argument is property type. Okay, have a syntax error. I may have to rewrite that code. Have a comma here, frappe method, comma, then have method, comma, arguments. I should have closed this and run the code once more. Yeah, I have an invalid request, but that is not an issue. I think I got a method post 400 bad requests. Can see that from the terminal. Yeah, invalid request. That's not an issue anyway. We'll see a fix to that, but at least we can make a call. At least we are able to make a call. I mean, get rid of this method as well. Even if I still get invalid requests, we should be able to fix it later. But for the now, I'm actually trying to, I'm actually able to work on something. Let me check it once more. API, check property types, property type. Well, that's not an issue for the now. We are able to access the facilities. That's all, and most important thing at least. So I hope you kind of really learned how you can actually access some content. But I have a little cleaning to do here, not here in our estate base. We do not really need this report script. We don't need the report. I'll delete that report. Let me see. We don't even this list. I don't need this list. The list, I doubt if I need that list. Okay, let me comment out this list and comment out this form. Leave ERP next. Dex. Do I even need Dex? Okay, let me check. Clear this browser. Clear the browsing data. Then reload after clearing the browsing data. Browser cache, I mean. Okay, I'll try the frappe.throw if it will work. Okay, it worked. Okay, at least we are getting invalid requests. That's not an issue. We know that we are connecting at least. We are making connection. And this just it for the now. I think we are okay with using just the libs, the dex. We may not need this dex anyway, but at least we are using the libs, the dex, the control.min and the ERP next JS files. Then the other ones, at the end of the day, we have to add a token, a frappe.token generator at the bottom when needed. Then at the top, we have this script here that knows where we are and the ports. Naturally, we should not give it a static port anyway. I may have to get rid of this entire content here. Get rid of this entire content. Go to our source code file. That is Frappe itself. Go to templates. Then should be base. Let me check if it is base. Yeah, base. Copy the content of this base. This script itself. Come to us, replace the script. Mistake. I cut sort of copy. Replace the script. Then go back to this Frappe base. Copy this content inside the body tag. Paste it in our own body tag. Save. Let's see if there's any other thing we can grab. We really do not need the Frappe web, we don't need the bootstrap, we don't need this jQuery. Okay, we are fine with this. Clear the cache, reload. Okay, we have our content reloaded. Try one of the scripters again and it works. We can also view our source code to see how it looks like. Control U, the page source code, and we can see this the socket was automatically generated to 9002, but in our source code, what we have is this. You can see frappe.socket or null. Then the dev server, see the difference, it was automatically generated for us. Then we can also look at the footer. This says if files were included. I'll get rid of these two files later. But this is okay for us. We can actually work with this Frappe. In the next video, we continue on to see how we can, you know, get some data up here, then click on the data, takes us to the page information, and from there we'll carry on. Thanks for watching. I hope you do like it. Please do like and subscribe.